Jump scare. You get that Joseph jump scare. There's
Yo,
Jen too.
oh my god, it's Joseph and Jim's jump scare, also Mighty and Shido jump scare.
Don't mind the share.
No,
It's just kind of
no.
delayed. Let's put this here, I guess. Oh wait, I guess that works. We're gonna be watching Cooking with Ron because last time, for the April Fools, the Try Not to Laugh thing, I didn't get to watch I didn't get to watch all of it, so we're gonna be watching
I am so excited to watch Cooking with Ron.
it.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ron. I'm your host.
Hold on, what's this quality?
Early art, so
Hello
weird.
and welcome to Cooking with Ron. I'm your host, Dan. Today we're gonna learn
So
how to cook
janky.
an omelette. So first you need your cookbook.
He lost it.
Hey Elfie Bop, do you know how to make an omelette?
Whoopsie
Ron,
doodle.
all you need to make an omelette is 2 eggs. Please leave
Woman.
me alone. Alright, great. Thanks Elfie Bop. Okay, so take your egg
What
and
the hell?
Oh, break it. You just killed Bob! Where's Little Man,
Gotcha.
Elfie Bop? What do you mean, where's Little Man? I need my garnish, Elfie Bop! Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ron 2. I'm
Oh.
Ron, and there's also Bob here. Hi, I'm Bob, I'm here too. Yeah, I didn't actually kill Bob. I just hit a very conveniently placed bottle of ketchup, and some of it got on my face. I just wanted to prank
Got
Elfie
it.
Bop, if I'm being
Why would you
honest.
even
Wait,
do
you
that in
wanted
the
to prank
first
who?
place?
No, and I did not prank anyone. I did not prank Elfie Bop especially. It was Little Man. It was probably Little Man. It was not Elfie Bop. Please leave me alone. Okay. Alright, now we're ready to open up and start selling the eggs that we made from last time. So, Ron, how many eggs did we make from last time? 2. We made 2, Bob. You know what? I would write a last will and testament, but I don't think we have any paper. Hello, welcome
Oh my
to
God.
Cooking with Ron 3. I'm Ron, and we're making some steak this time, so I just have it in the oven, and Bob's gonna tell me when it's good and when I need to take it out. Hey, Ron, huh? We cooked the steaks.
It's on
Wait,
fire.
You already cooked it. Yeah, I just did a couple of advanced cooking techniques, you know.
Is that a
There is
is
no
that a
way you were
FNF
able to
reference?
cook all those
Or
steaks.
you
I
already
mean, we
cooked-
only put them in a couple seconds ago.
Stick.
Jen, you should do a Cooking with Jen.
Ah! Look at that!
I
That's
should,
so good! How'd
but
you
who
make
knows?
this?
It'll actually be funny.
Well, the chef never reveals his
Not
secrets.
me.
You know what? Screw waiting for dinner. I'm having this right now.
I'll try to make it, and then I'll be going.
So, you like it?
This is actually very funny. Then I
Ron?
won't make it.
Dang.
That's how it always
Ron,
goes.
what the heck? I thought you liked it. It's raw, Bob. So what? It's
Why I
raw!
make no
Oh my
videos.
God, Ron, calm down. I'm not calming down for anything! The steak is
You
raw!
should at least do a animation series or something of yourself doing something.
Yeah.
It's raw, Bob! Ron, I really don't see what the problem is.
Yeah,
The steak is
if
raw!
I don't think it's
Hello,
funny,
welcome to Cooking
then I
with
don't
Ron
get
4. I'm
motivated
your
to make
host,
it.
Dan. Wait, we already
Or
did
like
this.
an animation series with me and you, like, I don't know. What would be funny?
Today we're making
Yeah,
burgers,
and
even though
Joseph
they're technically a
kill people.
sandwich, but fast
Series.
food companies have made us
The
believe that they are
series.
burgers. So we have Bob here, he's working on...
The animated
Oh, come on,
series.
man! Can't we just have a normal episode for once? I just want to make burgers. What the heck is this? Burger in the hot dog bun.
Burger in
What?
the hot
Burger
dog
in the
bun.
hot dog bun. No, that's
Burger
not
in the
even
hot dog
funny.
bun.
Burger in the hot dog bun. Why are you like
Burger in the
this?
hot
Burger in
dog
the
bun.
hot dog bun. Why do you do this to
Burger
me?
in the hot
I just
dog
want to
bun.
make a cooking show, man. Like, this isn't that much to ask for. Even a FNF mod let me do this. Burger in the hot dog bun. Stop.
Burger in the hot dog bun. Burger in the hot dog bun.
Hello, welcome to Assassinating with Ron. I'm your host, Dan. Today we're going to learn how to make
Dan.
Bob an endangered species. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ron 5. I'm your host, Ron, and today we're going to be... What are we doing today? Let me check the script. Hold on. Hey, Bob? Yeah.
And I really wonder who
this
made
seems
these
a bit out of my
videos.
skill
Only there
level.
was a gigantic
You know,
one.
I don't think I can make this. Alright, hold on, let me have a look. Oh, they just want you to substitute the cake mix for magnesium chloride. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, but like, I don't really know how to make magnesium chloride. Really? All you need to make magnesium chloride is just hydrochloric acid and magnesium. It's that easy. You know this, right? I mean, they teach you this in, like, the 9th grade. Wait, it's that easy? Well, yeah, Ron. I mean, it always
Yeah, I was
has
just
been.
checking the audio real quick.
Alright,
Sounds
so
good.
we need to add in, I think, frosting as well to the cake.
destroyed
We
face.
make that with
Bob
sodium.
just
Oh boy, I love this
Oh my
fight. It's
gosh.
still fighting me all
All
the
he
way.
wanted to do was make a cake, but it's too late for cooking with Ron. Look at him. Look at the sad expression on his face. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. Cooking with Ron 5 is so sad, ladies and gentlemen. This is such a bra moment.
It's your boy
And then we
Joseph.
also need to add
Are you
toppings.
watching
This is such a
Meganimate
bra
animation
moment.
video?
Nice. This honestly makes me tear up
This is
so much.
such
I
a
mean, just
bra
look at him.
moment.
Look at Cooking with Ron 5, the darkest episode in the Cooking with Ron series. Ron just wanted to
It's
make
your boy
cake mix,
Joseph.
man. He just wanted cake mix.
Huh.
Why are you watching that Are you watching Meganimate animation videos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then type Meganimate. M-U-G-A-N-I-M-A-T-E.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call Jen from here. I honestly forgot we were even in a group VC. Nobody else was speaking but us.
Hey.
Yeah,
How's this going?
good. Just you're watching Cooking with Ron. Let's go back. But he couldn't even get that.
Would you agree with that, Ron? Ron? Alright, you're clearly having
Everyone's just probably going, hey, wait.
Hold on, wait. Oh, wait. Okay.
Why do you want you to... That's
you
okay.
Ron 6, alright.
Animation.
I don't know.
Hello, welcome to Cooking with
Never-
Ron 6. I'm your host, Ron. Today I'm going
Well,
to show you how to
never
make
done.
a sandwich, because apparently you guys need
You're
that.
watching Mug
I
Anime
don't know
videos?
why,
You
because
better
it's
switch
very
them.
easy, but okay. Alright, so in order to make a
Mug
sandwich,
Anime.
we need some cheese, lettuce, sliced
Hey.
tomatoes, a whole tomato, an apple, a banana with the skin on, an unopened Kit Kat, I don't even know what this is, and a glass jar. And there we have it, it's perfect. What about the bread? What? The bread. Ron, you forgot the bread. I don't know what you're talking about. The bread. You know, the most important part of the sandwich. The bread. You forgot it. You just made a tower of random food. I hate cooking with Ron. I hate cooking with... We're done doing Cooking with Ron! We're no more cooking... Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ron 7. I'm your host, Dan. Oh, wait, goddamn, messed it up again. Goddamn. Today we're making some... Wait, Bob, what are we making again? Well, Ron, I guess you could say that we're making some, burger in the hot dog buns. See, I can be funny, too. You're not the only one who's funny. I'm pretty funny myself. Sorry about that. I just had to real quickly take out the trash! Anyways, we're making pizza today. Now, the best way to make a pizza is actually not to make one at all, but rather to get someone else to make it for you. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Ron, isn't that deceitful and not good? And to that I say, yes, you are totally right. That is exactly what I'm doing. Except I'm gonna do it in a cool way, which completely justifies all of my actions. Hey, little man, could you make me a pizza?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
okay.
Ron reference.
Here you go, Ron. Thanks. So, like, are you gonna eat it now? Or... Oh, no, I will. I'm just gonna wait till it gets cold so I can put it in a microwave. Why would you do that? Because eating a pizza through a microwave just tastes way better when it's fresh from the oven. You know, it's the microwave experience. Everyone else who does anything else other than me is wrong and should be sentenced to Alcatraz because that is a crime against society.
No.
You know, the
Jim, be
microwave
like-
is really the way to go. Everyone else is wrong, including you. You are very wrong. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ron 8. I'm your host, Ron, and today we'll be making some chicken. Not deep-fried kind, though, because not only is that crazy expensive to make, but it's also not very good. We'll be making the actual quality chicken. I may be a mean
feel
troll
putting
dating
it on
back
a
from
text,
2007,
Ron,
but
from
even I have
Friday
some
Night
respect for
Funkin'.
cooking, which
Oh my
is
god, it's really him.
kind of weird,
I'm
actually.
to hunt down
But
Ron
nevertheless,
and kill
let's
him.
begin. So the first thing that we need, Ron, we have
In
a
a
small
cool way.
problem.
That's a Ron reference. Bro, there's kiddos up there.
Yeah, little man? what's up? We don't have a chicken. Little man, I told you to get a chicken yesterday. You have got to be joking!
Here.
No.
Yes!
No. Yeah, okay. That's fine.
No.
That's
Yes!
That's totally normal, you know? I didn't even want to make Cooking with Ron 8 in the first place! Well, it's not my fault I didn't have time to go to the store. I had to pay our taxes. Why would you want to pay taxes? That's just throwing money away! Well, I don't exactly want to go to prison, Ron! Why wouldn't you want to go to prison? You get free food, there's no rent, and you get to hang out with great people! Are you stupid? What do you think? Yeah, fair point. That's a lost cause. Alright, see you on Cooking with Ron 9, I guess. yeah, Cooking with Ron 9. It'll be so much better because you won't be in it! Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ron 9. I'm your host. My current location is 45 West Bull. Today, we're gonna be making some, okay, look, man, I'm not gonna say it, okay? Say it. No! Say it! No, I'm not gonna say it, Bob. Say the line! No! Do it! Do it now! Now! On this episode of Cooking with Ron, today we're gonna be making some burger in the hot dog buns. Okay, good. Now tell them how to make a burger in the hot dog bun, or else I'm gonna do something pretty drastic. Yeah, just let me get the ingredients. Okay, I'm gonna play Clash of Clans on my phone while I wait. Don't do any funny business. Yes! Yes!
Classic
He's
Ron.
in the back there, isn't he? I got it.
Ah!
That's not that bad. I've dealt with worse. Burger in the hot dog bun.
Ah!
Oh, hey. Are you, wondering where Ron went? Well, yeah, because so am I! I have no idea what happened there! He just left! He just vanished! I don't know how, and I don't even know if it's possible for him to do that, but
No.
he just did, and I'm so confused! Oh, hey, Bob,
No,
we're
no.
talking about Ron and Cooking with Ron and how we cooked the Ron and now Ron has been cooked. Yeah, you know, I guess you could say that Ron got cooked. He just kind of saw the circumstances of his situation and he just went, nope.
Cooking
And then
the
he left,
Ron.
and I don't know
Who's
how,
serious?
because that's dumb.
Yes.
I turned for 1 second, and then he's gone.
Real
Am I
Joseph,
dreaming?
yes.
Well, I mean, hey, man, Ron's always been really weird. I mean, like, I don't really think we should question this. We should just kind of, like, accept it as a fact of life, right? Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think I can accept that as a fact of life, little man. I
Nobody
don't think
said
that's physically
real
possible.
G.
That kind of messes up my whole perception of real life. Like, the fact that he
Hey.
could just say, you know what? I'm gonna go away, and then just
Yes.
goes away. It's completely
Oh, I'm talking in the
unnatural.
chat.
It's preposterous. I have no idea how he's supposed to. How is he?
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't know how he's doing it.
So true, Bob.
I don't know. I just don't know, and it's confusing, Bob. This may come as a surprise to you, but he actually owns an air fryer. Just because you own an air fryer doesn't mean you can transport between reality.
I think you
Genie
think
from
it does.
Aladdin would slap the zebra from Madagascar, but first time for everything, I guess. Alright, now how do we get out of here? Well, I need an air fryer. I don't have that. I guess I just gotta, like, look around or something. Alright, what's over here?
Ian turned into monochrome Friday Night Funking.
No.
I agree,
No.
that's just how I would
Not
say it.
now. Soon.
No.
Soon, but not
Holy
now.
crap.
No. No. I've been through a lot.
That version of
Not
Ron
now.
is quite
Soon.
unusual.
Not now, though. No. I'm gonna
Yikes.
go soon, but not now. Okay, just not now.
What the hell's happening?
No, don't approach me. No, nope. Alright, what else can I do? No. What is this? No, please. What is going on? No. I don't think it's improving. I just think it's getting worse. No, please. No. This is probably what a downward spiral feels like.
They look the exact same.
We still waiting on Ron? Yeah, he's always
Yes.
late, but he's never like this late. This is like real late.
You know,
it's like,
little man
yeah,
isn't
like,
very little. I
what is it
have to
even doing
say.
then? Like, if it's taking this long, I don't know. But if it's not something important, I'm gonna strangle him.
I'm forced to say against my will.
Ugh, I can't believe I had to be this here. Is mine now, bye.
Is that the real mug anime?
Eh? Wait, what? Are you Bob, it's Cooking with Ron 10. It's time to cook! Welcome to Cooking with Ron 10. Today we're gonna be cooking 10. No. Alright, so today we're gonna be cooking up a disappointment, which is my favorite meal, because I have it all the time. So the ingredients are oxygen. Now we wait for it to cook. Just give it a minute, it'll come. Just like, hold on. Ron, are you sure it's coming? I mean, I don't really see anything cooking up, you know? You know nothing about my craft! Just like, give it a minute.
Open salami.
Okay, and we have our finished result.
Wow!
Here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. Yeah, no, that's my fault for not seeing that coming. That's my fault. This is accurate, yeah. Okay, so when's Cooking with Ron 11? It will happen when I say so!
Oh, that's all of it?
Oh, it's over.
Okay, you're still gonna hear our voice.
Stream's over.
Nope. The stream's not over. We're gonna look for something else to watch.
There's nothing better than Cooking with Ron. We peaked.
Mm-hmm. Hey, dog yards.
Let's watch the Doggy Arts videos.
No. No. Which one?
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
We'll watch it.
Welcome everyone to Doggy's Cool Object Show, and here are the contestants. Just one thing before you introduce yourselves. I'm only giving you 1 second to actually introduce yourself, because I don't want this to fill up most of the episode. So go on, do it. Hello, I'm Watermelon. I love lean. That's a dead meme, stupid. No! Hi, I'm Chicken Nug. And our final contestant is Jellybean.
Hello! Hi! How are you guys doing today?
Alright, the challenge is to use this weird nasal stick I found on my bedroom floor and go. How are we gonna use that? None of us even have noses. Well, luckily, just with the snap of my fingers, you will all have noses.
He doesn't know how to snap.
Do you need help with that?
I don't know how to snap
it's
either.
fine,
It's
it's
so
fine,
relatable.
everything is
I don't know how
fine.
to snap either.
Whoa, we have noses now. Yeah, and you stink. No!
I shoved a Gogurt up my nose.
No, Jellybean, the challenge isn't to shove that up your nose, it's to shove the nasal stick up your nose. What's wrong with you? See, look, this is how you do it. Watermelon wins immunity. Okay.
Sorry, I just threw it.
Vote for someone to be eliminated.
Wow.
Wow. That's funny.
Wow.
Ow, my lap. My
Funny guy that Doggy Arts is.
That's so true. How can you not completely recite the FNAF lore? Like, come on, man.
I know, right, Jellybean? Some people. Why are you actually, agreeing with Jellybean? What? Hey, she's not that bad. Come on. Yes, she is. Stop fighting. It's elimination time. Alright, so Watermelon actually did the challenge, and so she is immune. Yay, good luck, guys. We got 24 votes. I wasn't expecting more, but sure, just make do, that's fine. The first person safe is Chicken Nugget with 1 vote. Oh god, 1 vote? To that one person, please tell me how I could improve in the future. And Mortar and Pestle? Yeah, you two are also safe with 1 vote. No! Are you stupid? That's a good thing. Oh, it's down to Globe and Jellybean.
We have a horrible problem!
Who's out, doggy? Despite your... Nah, doggy, come on, don't do this. Just who's out? Alright, I thought it would be funny. Right, yeah, Jellybean is eliminated with 14 votes, and Globe, you're safe with 8. Phew, I really thought I'd be out there. She'll be fine. No, she won't.
She's
No,
dead.
she won't. Good. Alright, the contest for today is to eat as many loaded guns as possible. But that's physically impossible. How are we gonna do that? I don't know, figure it out. Oh. Aren't you gonna, like, snap your fingers and it will become possible? Nah, I can give you noses, but it's a whole other thing to do that. Anyway, go! I'm not doing the challenge. Mortar, you do it. Okay.
That's spreading everywhere.
This is weird, actually. Metro Boomin, make it boom! Haha, I killed Watermelon, and now she can't win the challenge twice in a row! Oh my god, this is a disaster. How do I end this?
You end him.
Mortar and Pestle win.
I don't like these
Oh, thank
sounds.
god.
These sounds are very bizarre. Yeah. Watch this one, even though I already watched it. We're watching it again. 69 likes.
Oh no. I should mute it. I don't hear my terrible
That was
voice.
a great idea.
I know, right?
I can't even tell which one's your voice, but I couldn't tell, but now I can tell. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't even sound like your voice right. Well, obviously it sounds like your voice, but you're doing a character's voice, so you shouldn't be cringing. I mean, I have to listen to my voice almost every day, so it's
I
whatever.
shouldn't be. I shouldn't be.
Jen, you're gonna have to learn to
You
listen
know?
to your voice sometimes.
No!
Bring some more people!
Why is GN animation just dead? Because I have to listen to my terrible voice.
I'm fine. It's whatever. Shut up. Go away. Alright.
You
really think this
trick is a good idea?
Trust me. Step on the button.
That sounds like code.
I'm going to Tiffany.
Wait, Ty, no!
I would
The back
appreciate it
dead.
if you stopped.
Nope, this is fun.
When
You said that. Why did they sound like that? No, this. Why does he sound like Muscle Man?
If you stopped.
Nope, this is fun.
You know who else smells like poop?
A plastic bag.
Oh, no, I'm bored.
You should, stop being so mean, Pineapple. Anyway, bye. Apologies. She's
I
super
love
hyper.
this ship.
Willa, wait!
God, why is no one careful? One of my books could have fallen out. It's like no one here even cares for each other.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, looks like Orange and Fry doing another prank, this time on class.
Wow. How'd you dodge that?
I knew what you two were planning. All you
Shut
do
up,
is pranks.
nerd.
It's kind of predictable at this point. You guys realize you could have killed me with that, right?
I didn't realize. Sorry, Glass.
It's alright.
Shut up, nerd.
Did you see how effortlessly Glass dodged that boxing glove?
Blueberry.
Quick reflexes, I guess. Pretty impressive.
Hey, what are you looking at?
That thing in the sky. Do you see that?
You guys see that thing too?
Oh, that's the meteor. That's the character I'm gonna voice.
I'm pretty
Whoa!
sure it's a meteor heading toward us. It's been up there for a while now.
Oh, gosh, you're right.
It's getting super close.
Hello, contestants.
Damn it! I thought that was it.
My name is Jetpack, and oh,
Well,
I
shit.
guess I killed everyone. Well, good thing I could probably bring them back. You've practiced this. You can do this. Come on. As I was saying, welcome, contestants. My name is Jetpack,
Your
and
boy
I will be the
Joseph's
host of
favorite
a
noise.
show. The winner of this show will win a planet. Okay, wait, hang on. What just happened? I recovered you all, because I may have accidentally killed you. Whoops.
How is that even possible?
How do we know that you're legit about this game show? Well, okay, look. The other day, I was flying around in space, and I saw this planet. The planet looked pretty cool. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna go back to Earth and host
Pretty
a competition.
epic, if I do say
This
so
planet
myself.
will be the prize. You're a weird guy. So, who wants to join?
Okay.
Get up, nerd!
What is that French fry and that orange? Terrible at animating somehow.
The first challenge is to form two sets
it's
of teams. There will have to be 8 on each team, as there are 16 of you. Last team to have 8 members is up for elimination. Now, go!
Hey, Fry, wanna be on the team?
Sure.
Yo, Blueberry,
No.
is that your name? I don't care. Anyways, do you want to form a team since we're both fruits?
Oh, sure. Should we only
You know
let
who else
orange
wants to
team
form a
also
team?
fruits?
Yeah, I guess.
Can I join?
I don't see why not.
Hey, Orange, can we join?
Only if Fry and Glass
You're
can
an
join.
orange.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
How come Orange, out of all the people
I don't
here,
want to be an
how come
orange.
Orange's
What?
team is gaining members faster than everyone else's?
I guess people just like his humor.
Hoodie, join my team right now!
Sure, I guess.
Now let's go
Ugh,
find some
nerd.
members so that we don't lose to Orange's team.
Can I join?
Sure thing. You are a fruit, so it makes sense.
Can I join too?
You're not a fruit, but I guess.
He's racist.
Thanks, I guess.
Hey, you. What?
So that means that you guys
Hey,
can
Doggy.
merge teams.
What?
Doggy
Did
joins
we
the
just
stream
lose
eventually.
to Orange's team?
Can you shut up? It's literally not that big of a deal.
What do you mean? Yes, it is. We lost to Orange.
Look, listen, if you keep screaming about this, then you're the one the viewers are gonna vote out first.
Shut up.
Whoa, chill. I'm talking. Anyway, Orange's team, what would you like to be named?
We'll be called the Pranksters.
Cool name. Alright,
LMAO.
you, what's your name? Buck. Kinda unoriginal, but alright then.
Well, wait, no, I thought you were asking my name, not the team name.
Why would I be asking your name?
What an idiot.
What? Shut up, I thought...
I hate you.
Well, I hate you more.
Well, since Team Book was the last team to set up, they are up for elimination. So viewers, this is where you come in. Vote for who you want to be eliminated in the...
Well, the voting ends in 2 days, and it's been a lot more than 2 days. Hmm. He never said it's Morbin time, so he deserves to die.
the Google form in the
course.
What else?
Nerd, you can't even say words.
Hmm. Hmm.
Man, what is this doggy art guy gonna make some videos about Sunky?
Okay, I didn't think I'd make this video, cause the search for TFI kinda died a while ago, but now it's back and we have a lot more information to cover, so let's go!
Wow.
Can't believe they did that. I can.
Okay, so
I
to
can
start us
totally
off,
believe
we
it.
have 2 new
But I don't
alleged
wanna-
episode
I wanna-
names. As you probably
forget.
already know, the first episode was called Race to Death Mountain, the second episode was apparently called Stuck Between Walls, and the third, existence not entirely confirmed,
Did they
was
animate for
apparently
this one?
called The Cake Debate.
I
And
forget.
we honestly really do not
Did
have
other
that
people
much
animate
info
stuff?
about what these episodes were like. But aside from
Other
that, there's
people
a
animate for
Padlet
him.
page for TFI, which I completely forgot about Padlet until now, because I used it once in school. But now there's a TFI page on it, and it has a lot of information, so let's take a look. So, okay, so here's the TFI.
It's not an animation. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna like not watch that.
What? It is an animation. It was animation.
Whatever. Okay. Let me find what we're gonna watch next. Uh. I keep getting recommended my own stream. If I were to click on it, man. What? No, I swear to God.
Blow up.
This better not be real. Roblox forced R15 avatars. I swear to God, if that's true.
Ron, Bob, and a burger and a hot dog butt.
Oh my God. I'm actually kind of interested. I want to try that. I'm gonna try eating a burger and a hot dog bun.
It'll taste like a burger and a hot dog bun. It'll taste like if you put a burger instead of a hot dog bun.
Oh, I thought it would taste like, I don't know, strawberries.
Y'all know Joseph loves strawberries. Remember his fifth line from Snooky's Schoolhouse?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Let's watch a Scott the Woz video.
No! He tries too hard to be funny.
Fine.
You know I'm right.
Let's watch Cyber Show.
Maybe he's dumb. That I would be on board for.
I've rewatched so many of his videos. They're just such good videos. I always rewatch them.
From Cap Radio, this is Tahoe Land. There's this moment when you drive over.
It's hard to believe that this little blue bastard is turning 30 years old this year. I mean, can you even imagine being 30 years old? Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Anyways, let me just say, I've got a good feeling about this year. If you're one of those weirdos who doesn't stay up to date with all the latest Sonic the Hedgehog news, then you might not be aware of some pretty cool stuff that's been going on the past few months. First of all, something happened that I never anticipated in my wildest dreams. After nearly 3 decades, a Sonic 1 prototype was found and dumped online. I have a lot to say about this beta, but I have some other interesting Sonic news to discuss first. Some of you may remember I said some fairly harsh things to Sega regarding their decision not to bring the excellent widescreen mobile ports of Sonic 1 and 2 by Christian Whitehead to PC or any other platform. Well, Hedgehog released an extremely cool mod called Sonic 2 Communities Cut. This is actually a combined mod of Sonic 2 and the Genesis Plus GX emulator, which adds widescreen as well as a bunch of other cool features and enhancements, many from the 2013 mobile ports, but also a bunch of cool unique ones like act transitions, elemental shields, drop dash, and more. However, literally the day after Communities Cut came out, another absolute legend, Rubber Ducky Cooley, releases full decompilations of the Sonic 1 and 2 mobile versions, meaning you can now run these games natively on PC. This is honestly so fucking cool. Turns out we didn't even need Sega after all, the fanbase can just take care of everything. This opens the door for lots of cool mods, like people have already modded in the drop dash. Luckily, Hedgehog was a good sport about the whole thing, and was actually the one who got the mobile ports running on the Switch, which is really cool. Not only that, but the code used to get Sonic 2 Communities Cut to run in widescreen has been reworked into a custom fork of Genesis Plus GX with experimental widescreen options, called Genesis Plus GX Wide. Now, it depends on how the individual game renders its graphics, so not every game will work, but you can now get a ton of old Genesis games running in widescreen. Some games require specific fine-tuning. Because it's an experimental feature, you might have to manually tweak exactly how many extra columns are drawn, but it's still insanely cool to see this in action. Speaking of ports, Project 06, the Sonic 06 PC port project by Chaos X, continues to make progress. This is a one-man project, so it'll probably be a while before it's finished, but just what's currently available is incredibly impressive. It's literally just a Unity recreation, but it's so accurate. Currently it's just the stages from Sonic's story, but it's really fascinating to see what the game is like running optimally and mostly glitch-free. It's not like Sega's ever going to port the game to PC. It's not even backwards compatible on Xbox, so I'm thankful the intro. Sonic Retro users Tanks and Quasar released this sick AI upscaled version of the intro. Considering we're almost certainly never going to get a proper rescan of the animation, this is much appreciated. I love this intro, it's some of the coolest Sonic animation we ever got, so it's nice to have it in higher quality. In terms of modern Sonic news, there's been some significant developments there as well. A new show on Netflix was announced for 2022 called Sonic Prime, and after 10 years, Roger Craig Smith has stepped down from the role of Sonic the Hedgehog. This was quite a surprise considering he's had the role of any other English voice actor. So we're currently waiting on Sega to reveal the fourth voice actor for the role of Sonic in the main series of games. Meanwhile, Junichi Kanemaru has been voicing Sonic in Japan since Sonic Adventure came out in 1998 with no signs of stopping. Cindy Robinson also confirmed she would no longer be voicing Amy, causing everyone to think that the entire voice cast was being replaced for the new show, much like how the English voice cast was replaced for Sonic X. However, thankfully Mike Pollock confirmed that he would continue to voice the role of Eggman. Colleen O'Shaughnessy also confirmed that while she isn't going to be playing Tails in Sonic Prime, she isn't done voicing Tails yet either. Guys, this is it. Big things are happening for Sonic. It's the 30th anniversary. Nearly 4 years of waiting, and we're finally going to get another game announcement. Maybe even more than one. Who knows what Sega considers a major announcement. But it's finally happening. A new game will be announced. I mean, it'll probably be slated to release in 2022, just like the show and the sequel to the movie. So you might be thinking, that's actually the year of Sonic. But, So anyways, this is just speculation on my part, but what with the critical reception of Forces and the long wait between main series games, again, it seems like they might be willing to make some major changes for the next game in the series. Some people have suggested a return to adventure-style games, and while I don't see that happening exactly, I wouldn't rule out a major shift in gameplay style. I mean, I could be wrong, but I really hope they realize after Forces that the boost formula has basically been wrung dry. Guys, trust me, the next Sonic game is definitely going to be great, and that's a Cybershell guarantee. See, this is actually a win-win for me, because either the game is actually great and I look like a genius, or it sucks and that last part was just a great comedic moment. I mean, what, are you really going to be impressed by the guy who predicts that the next Sonic game is going to suck? Come on. It's time to buy Sonic stock. No, I don't mean to literally buy Sega Sammy stock, I'm not a financial advisor. I mean it's metaphorically time to buy into Sonic by caring about him again, or maybe for the first time even. You're supposed to buy the dip, and baby, we're dipping right now. All the more reason to be cautiously optimistic about the future. I mean, is there a chance the next Sonic game is going to be bad? Well, considering the track record Sonic Team has had over the past decade, I'm willing to admit that it is in fact theoretically possible, and perhaps even objectively probable. But listen, hey, I'm not a professional Sonic the Hedgehog advisor, or, oh wait, I guess I am. Fuck. Guys, it's been 30 years. 30 years. Wow. Just thinking about this ocean of time slowly eroding away everything I ever cared about has got me feeling a little nostalgic. It's got me wondering, what was the first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, the answer to this kind of pedantic question depends on your definition of appearance. If you mean his first appearance in a game, he rather infamously had a cameo as a little keychain in Radmobile several months before Sonic 1 came out. Or maybe it could mean the first build of the game shown off at the 1990 Tokyo Toy Show. Or maybe it could mean the first public appearance of the character design. That would be Japanese pop band Dream Come True's 1990 tour poster. The bassist of this group was Masato Nakamura, who composed the soundtracks to Sonic 1 and 2. What about this? In this short clip of Sega R&D news footage from February 1990, you can see a 24-year-old Yuji Naka working on the engine that would eventually become Sonic the Hedgehog. You can see some kind of early test build on the monitor on the right, and someone actually transcribed the code shown and compared it against the final version to confirm this is in fact an early version of Sonic's ground collision. This might conceivably be considered the first public appearance of Sonic, right? This brings us back to the fascinating tale of the Sonic 1 prototype that was dumped and put online at midnight GMT on January 1st of this year. First shown off to the public in a live stream on December 31st, it was released by hiddenpalace.org after being generously donated by a game collector known as Buckaroo. In an interview found in Retro Gamer issue 216, Buckaroo explains he just happened to stumble across this cartridge in a bundle of retro games he bought. After getting in contact with DRX, they were able to verify and release the build to the public on hiddenpalace.org. Seriously, huge thanks to Buckaroo, DRX, and everyone at Hidden Palace who helped contribute towards this awesome release. You should read the announcement they posted alongside the release of the build, appropriately titled Dreams Come True. It's very well written and provides a lot of context for Sega, Sonic, and this particular prototype. It's hard to overstate just how coveted a Sonic 1 prototype was within the community. There were many thorough attempts made over the years to track down one of these cartridges. The announcement gives just one example of a promising lead that went nowhere, one of many. It reads, "There existed a magazine in the early 90s that, like all other magazines, received a preview cartridge of Sonic 1. Normally, after previewing the cartridge, a review sample would be sent that would generally be more reflective of the final game. In most cases, it was the final game burnt on EP-ROMs just shortly before the game hit stores. However, this magazine never appeared to receive a review cartridge. What's more, this magazine continued to create screenshots, cheat codes, etc. from the preview cartridge they had, well into 1992. When we discovered this magazine, we went down the rabbit hole and eventually discovered that the former employee still kept after all of these years, among other prototypes. However, by the time we could communicate with this employee, they had discarded all of them. So the fact it was discovered purely by accident and by someone willing to share it is honestly kind of a miracle. The cartridge found by Buckaroo was confirmed to have originated from a UK magazine, and now nearly 3 decades later it was finally located and dumped online. One of my very first videos back in 2008 featured me talking about low-res screenshots of this beta found in magazines at the time, so this is quite nostalgic for me. I never thought I'd have an opportunity to actually play this build myself. Honestly, it still kind of feels surreal to me. So why don't we dive right in and take a look at some of the more noticeable differences between this and the final version. Again, if you want a complete list, please check out hiddenpalace.org or the cutting room floor. Instead of the iconic Sega chant...
Hold on. I just don't remember something. Oh, this is the video.
Summer in Abu Dhabi. It's everything you want, but so
Move on to Japan, because what happens if you put the world's best-selling handheld game machine in the world's biggest burger chain?
Black DSIs donning the McDonald's M came with unique DS cartridges containing training software.
No, I've never heard of
Mike, how exactly are they teaching the McD's members with the, was it the NSDS or something like that?
The DS.
Perhaps someone out there watching this video knows more than we do. But for now, the McDonald's training game is a mystery.
今年8月、金沢市内のマクドナルドでソーセージエッグマフィンを食べた男性から異物が入って
In the year 2010, McDonald's Japan
を食べた男性から異物が入って
Bro, my dude's head looks so damn shiny. He looks like the freaking... He looks like that one, like... Freaking... I forgot his name.
It looks like someone... That doesn't even look like... It looks like someone like took a green screen and then like plopped another face onto someone else's face.
I forgot his name. It was like that Iron dude from Marvel, who, like, he's like on a freaking... He's made out of all like silver. That's what his head looks like.
In the year 2010, McDonald's Japan announced something shocking.
Not Iron Man.
In March of that year, the company revealed a brand new program to train part-time McDonald's employees, a partnership to create an exclusive piece of software for the Nintendo DS. This unassuming little cartridge would then go on to become one of the rarest Nintendo DS games of all time. Today, I'll be telling you the story of this legendary game and how, in June of 2020, one of the last known copies disappeared into the hands of an anonymous collector forever. Now, this program was a big deal for McDonald's Japan. The company claimed that this cartridge would allow them to train new employees in half the time it would usually take. It was a huge investment for the company, too. This whole endeavor of manufacturing and distributing these carts was costing them roughly 200 million yen, or $2 million, and that's not even counting the cost of developing the software itself. And while the title of the game isn't particularly exciting, the official name is eCrew Development Program, the contents of this cartridge are fascinating. From what little we know, the game was surprisingly robust, with just a ton of personality, lots of custom sprite work, and even some rudimentary 3D for the little boxes the hamburgers come in.
This game shows trainees how to assemble a quarter pounder with cheese. You can also learn how to cook fries and clean your workstation.
And I say what little we know because for the past decade, this game has been completely lost to time. For about 10 years now, this unassuming little blue cartridge has been the holy grail for many Nintendo collectors. While nobody knows precisely how many copies were manufactured, estimates range from a few hundred to a few thousand, one thing is for sure, this game, if you can even call it a game, is highly sought after. Now, this tactic of taking something that appeals to the young people of Japan and deploying it as a recruitment tactic is something McDonald's Japan has done many times before. Among the most memorable examples would be this anime-style Join the McDonald's Crew campaign from a few years back, featuring members of popular idol group AKB48. This game is so rare, in fact, that it even spawned conspiracy theories that it never existed in the first place. I've come across YouTube comments before claiming that this game is a total hoax and it's just people mixing up some Hilton PSP game for training employees and transposing a memory onto McDonald's. And of course, the existence of that Bloomberg news report I showed you at the beginning kind of contradicts the whole this game is a hoax theory. But strangely, that Bloomberg news report has remained the closest look we've ever gotten at gameplay for 10 years now.
And Bloomberg's Mike Fern went to McDonald's training center in the heart of Tokyo.
And that game is a little bit trickier than it looks, actually. If you don't get everything exactly right, it won't let you shake your fries. Japan, the only country where McDonald's uses the DS to train staff.
Somehow, in the time since that Bloomberg reporter paid a visit to McDonald's Japan HQ, we have never really gotten a close look at the game, and nobody has really gotten their hands on the cartridge, or at least everybody who has gotten their hands on the cartridge has kept it completely to themselves. Or at least that was the case until December 2018, when a user on assemblergames.com named Code1038 made the following post announcing he'd gotten his hands on the game. "Hello guys, I found this very rarest cartridge a year ago and I'm still at same point. I can't reach hidden menu to see 3D burger and play games. I've tried with famous Japanese speaker to enter in it, but unfortunately, I need a code. I've made this little video what I can do. Help needed." Now maybe you're confused, so I'll explain. Code1038 on this forum, also known as Cody Tontweet on YouTube, had actually gotten his hands on a copy of this coveted game. However, and here's the incredibly intriguing part, he had been stuck for years on the title screen because the title screen required a password. Cody had even included a video captured directly from his copy of the game showing the issue. And sure enough, this gameplay video, the only gameplay video we have of the McDonald's training game, is only 2 minutes long because he couldn't get past the title screen. And while it's only 2 minutes long, what's in those 2 minutes is unbelievably intriguing. First off, there's this amazing opening cutscene. And then there's my personal favorite part, the incredible main menu music, which, if you listen closely, you'll note is a reorchestrated chiptune interpretation of the classic McDonald's ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. Just listen.
I don't know what the hell they were expecting. It's literally McDonald's. It's not like they're gonna play Taco Bell's ding sound.
But tragically, this was all Cody could see. Even though he owned the cartridge, he He could only watch that title screen and get to that main menu over and over, and had been stuck there, according to him,
I don't
for a
think your
year.
sound check was that important.
This, in and of itself, is
McDonald's,
extremely weird. The idea of a Nintendo game cartridge with a unique password to lock out unintended players is already very unusual. But the fact that this functionality was built into what is also arguably the single rarest Nintendo DS game ever manufactured made the whole thing even more intriguing. Now, making things even trickier is the fact that Cody refused to share the contents of the cartridge. In the comments of his video, and all over the internet, people have begged him to dump the game. The comments on the video are now locked, but in this video by the YouTuber Blame It On Jorge, you can see somebody asking Cody to please dump the ROM and him saying, "Smiley face, that's illegal, smiley face." Even going back to his initial forum thread, Cody said, "P.S. I can't share ROM." And when another user insisted that Cody dump the cartridge, he stood firm. Quote, "Law is law, and I've already stuff for dumping. Sharing is still illegal by law, and I'm very strict for this point. I've bad personal experience about illegal download. I'm working with people who are..."
Man up.
Oh my god. I'm going to jail.
No! 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 But he has bad experience with illegal download. You don't understand, man.
Very strict about information. In other words, Cody would not be dumping the cartridge and distributing it online, so picking the game apart inside the software and looking for the password was not going to be an option. Now, while researching all this, I reached out to a video game conservationist and translator named Samuel Messner to ask him about this phenomenon. Why do collectors keep these one-of-a-kind games hoarded for themselves?
Yeah, so this is an issue that is a bit hard to dodge, because whenever you've got something that's valuable, the only thing that's going to drive you to do anything that decreases that value is altruism and, idealism, right? And, personally, I'm very much an idealist, so that's what I would do. But some people, are not...
I know, same. Man.
Just very into the idea that...
My grandma's coming later today. I'm going to ask her, "Grandma, can you please give me some..."
That's things they have in their collection would suddenly...
I had Burger King yesterday.
Now, despite Cody's...
What'd you get?
I got French fries and chicken fries.
Delicious.
Insistence on not sharing, the members of the now defunct Assembler Games forum did their very best to help him out. They translated the menus for him, picked apart his extracted game saves that he uploaded, attempted to contact Japanese game collectors for help, and nothing. They came up completely empty-handed. Eventually the forum shut down and the quest hit what looked like a permanent dead end.
I literally downloaded an entire Sonic 3 Knuckles ROM for that one joke. I already have the ROM installed.
Take that, Mr. Cody.
Now, for over a year, this was where this story ended. There was no real movement on Cody's hunt to get access to this game. But then, in June of 2020, just a few months ago, there was an enormous development. Over on Yahoo Auctions Japan, a seller by the name of Nanvata0122 was selling an actual copy of the McDonald's training game. And that would have been exciting enough on its own, but the thing that made this auction really special is that from the photos you could tell that whoever this mysterious person is who was selling the game actually had the password. In all the photos of the game, you could see it being played. There was actual gameplay on the screen. This person had the password that Cody needed, the password for this specific cartridge, which was completely unprecedented. Now the thing is, Nanvata0122 clearly knew what this was worth, because they listed this auction at a whopping 345,000 yen, the equivalent of about 3.5 thousand US dollars.
Oh my god.
Still, the item description was clear. You weren't just paying for this very rare game and the equally rare matte black McDonald's logo branded DSi. Included in this auction was the code required to boot the game up. For the very first time in 10 years, there was finally a path forward. A way for the world to finally see what secrets the Japanese McDonald's training game had, but there was an enormous 350,000 yen roadblock in the way.
No way.
No way.
Cody reappeared now on a new forum called Obscure Gamers and posted, "I found a guy on Yahoo Auctions Japan who has full access to menu. I need someone to contact him and get access." But, of course, that never happened. No one was able to reach out to Nanva0122, and besides, there's no way this person would be giving up this password. And then, the auction just sat there for weeks, with seemingly no one willing to fork up the cash for this very, very, very rare game. That was until July 9th at 9 p.m. Japan time, when an anonymous person placed a sniper bid at the last second, won the game, and then vanished. That was 4 months ago now, and ever since that auction ended, nobody has stepped forward as the owner of this game.
In 2020, one was put up for sale on Yahoo Japan Auctions with one of the training cartridges and sold for the equivalent of around $3,200.
Most people have just assumed that it went into the hands of a private collector, someone who's as fascinated as you and I about Nintendo history, who has no intention of ever sharing this precious gem with the outside world. Seemingly, this person was perfectly content to just enjoy this game themselves and never let us see what the gameplay looked like. Just as quickly as it had appeared, the game had once again vanished. And so too had the world's only opportunity to actually experience the gameplay of the McDonald's training game. And until now, this has been where this story ends. An unsatisfying and predictable outcome that honestly paints a pretty grim picture of the state of video game preservation. But I'm here to tell you that there's more to this story. A lot more. Because, viewer,
bro,
I've been keeping a secret from you.
So freaking like.
See, the person who placed that bid,
dramatic.
the person who won that $3,500 auction for the McDonald's DS game, the person who now owns the only copy with the password included.
Who is it?
That person.
Who is it?
Is me.
It's Thanos. I mean, no.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog the whole time?
I thought it would be Thanos. No.
We all did. Okay. That's that.
Alright, let's back up. 4 months ago, I received a comment on one of my videos saying, "You have to make a video about the lost Japanese DS game made for McDonald's employees." And while I don't normally solicit video ideas from my YouTube comments, this idea immediately hooked me. I had no idea that this cartridge existed, and the more I looked into it, the more fascinated I became by this whole thing. It wasn't long before I found myself on a forum thread where one user said, "I found an auction, but it's too darn expensive, it ends on Thursday." The thing is, when I came across this thread, it was already Thursday. Frantically, I clicked the auction link, and there I was staring down a copy of the game I had just spent an entire night researching, and there were just 30 minutes left. For that entire half hour, I was just pacing in front of my desk, trying to decide whether or not this purchase could be worth it. I kept talking myself into it, and then talking myself out of it over and over, and then finally, I caved. With 2 minutes left on the auction, I clicked the place bid button and saw this. Turns out the website I was using had a 300,000 yen limit on my account, and the auction was seconds away from ending. And as I watched it slip away, I was pretty bummed out, but also kind of relieved that this temporary insanity that had taken over me hadn't driven me to spend a preposterous amount of money on a piece of McDonald's employee training software from Japan. With the auction over, I refreshed the page, curious to see if some other last-minute bidder had swooped in and stolen it, and lo and behold, that's when I realized that the auction had been set to automatically relist. This meant that I now had 6 whole days to formulate a plan to get my hands on this thing. Now, maybe you've noticed that when it comes to placing the actual bids, I'm not doing it through Yahoo Auctions Japan directly. I'm doing it through another website called Bai. That's because most sellers on Yahoo Auctions Japan do not offer international shipping. And that's where Bai steps in. In essence, they allow international customers like you and me to shop directly for items on Yahoo Auctions Japan, Mercari, Rakuten, and a ton of other Japanese online retailers. The way Bai works is that these items you buy are then shipped to Bai's warehouse, packed together in one package, and then shipped to you all as one big thing to save you time, hassle, and a lot of money.
Sonic!
Now, I've partnered with Bai before on videos, like for this unboxing of a ton of Japan-exclusive Super Monkey Ball and Mario items, but this...
Mario?
I'm hassle.
Is that Mario?
Are you?
It's
Is that
really
the
him.
real? It's Mario!
Oh my god, it's Blue Mario.
Any chance Bai would be willing to
People
help me out
gotta
and assist
eat
me in securing this
mushroom
historic video.
fast.
Amazingly, they said yes.
Wow.
Now, I can't tell you how happy I was when Bai said yes to this proposition. And with their help, I placed the bid, waited, and then won the auction. However, there was still one enormous hurdle left to clear. See, it's still 2020, and over the summer, as a temporary precaution due to current world events, Japan actually halted shipping in or out of the country. See, Japan's primary mail provider is Japan Post, and Japan Post had an enormous list of countries who they were forbidding all mail to be sent or received from, and included on that list was my home country, the United States of America.
Ooh, for sure.
This posed an enormous problem. I needed to devise a way to somehow get this game out of Japan at a time when mailing things in and out of Japan was strictly forbidden. Out of options and desperate for some sort of resolution, I knew what I had to do. And it's not what you think. See, normally in a situation like this, my solution, as you probably could have guessed if you've seen my other videos, would be to go to Japan and secure the package myself. But not only had Japan halted all mail in or out of the country, they've also halted all tourism in and out of the country, so there was no way I'd be getting in. So I'm sure you can understand my predicament here. I effectively had to figure out a way to book a flight to Tokyo in search of answers at a time when booking a flight to Tokyo in search of answers is literally against the law.
And a video.
Luckily, I had an ace up my sleeve.
30 minutes left.
See, around this time last year, my younger brother Mark actually moved to Tokyo to go to university. And while all foreign residents of Japan, including people with student visas, have been forbidden from leaving and re-entering the country during the pandemic, my brother had just been granted special permission to head back to the United States for a few weeks for a mandatory medical checkup. And by the way, just to reassure you, he got his checkup and everything's fine. So here was my idea. If I could somehow get this game into Mark's hands before his flight back to America, he could theoretically smuggle the McDonald's DS out of Japan in his luggage and the package would be secure. Now, for whatever reason, I felt a real sense of urgency with this mission. Blame It on Jorge's video that mentioned this McDonald's game had shined an enormous spotlight on it, and I couldn't shake the feeling that someone else might beat me to the punch on this. Now, a couple weeks after winning the auction, the item finally arrived at Bai's warehouse, but I was really running out of time. By this point, it was July 28th, and my brother's flight to America was just 3 days away. An incredibly narrow window to get this thing delivered. So if this item didn't arrive quickly, this plan was doomed. For 2 very stressful days, this possibility hung over my head that after all this work, after all the money we'd spent, and after everything else had lined up so perfectly, a simple scheduling issue could unravel this entire plan. Then, on July 30th, I got this Discord message from my brother. The package had been secured.
Boy meets girl. Girl likes boy. Boy thinks it's love. Cue romantic montage, blah blah.
What?
So while I was packing up my stuff to get ready
I meant to say boy thinks cringe.
Here in a few days,
I meant to say boy thinks ad is cringe.
A certain package arrive at my doorstep. So
Joseph had a stroke on live television.
Oh.
Not only is the inside of this cardboard box an incredibly rare, one-of-a-kind make and model of DS, it also could potentially hold trade secrets of the McDonald's Corporation. So I'm going to be very careful opening this. You know, who knows what kind of, like, this could be bugged. Maybe I could have the McDonald's corporate team busting down my door with riot shields any second now. Oh my goodness.
With barely a day left before his flight, Mark safely packed the McDonald's DS into his enormous blue suitcase, and soon he was on his way to Tokyo's Haneda Airport.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, the particulars of whether or not Mark would even be able to leave were kind of a big question mark. Jumping through the hoops to get all the paperwork filled out so that Mark could return home was an enormous hassle, and there was no real guarantee he would even be able to leave, much less get back into the country. Mark entered the airport, and with virtually all flights in and out of Japan canceled due to the pandemic, Haneda's international terminal was a ghost town. Everywhere he looked, seats were blocked off, forbidding people from sitting next to each other, a measure that ultimately proved redundant since almost every seat in the airport was unoccupied. Soon, it was time for Mark's flight, and a few minutes later, Mark found himself on board a virtually empty airplane from Tokyo to the United States. Meanwhile, halfway across the world, me and my family were on our way to the airport to go meet Mark and see him for the first time since the pandemic. I was extremely excited. Excited, of course, to see my brother for the first time since 2019, something that seemed almost impossible to pull off in the midst of COVID, but also excited that the world would finally get a close look at this legendary and mysterious game for the first time ever. We arrived at the airport, masked up, and after patiently waiting for what felt like forever, watching handfuls of masked passengers slowly trickle out of the gates, finally, we saw him. He had arrived. It's hard to overstate how great a feeling it was to see Mark again. The whole situation with travel in Japan had really led me to believe that he may not get to see us this summer at all, and that we may not see him until next year. But in all the excitement of seeing Mark, something slipped through the cracks, something I didn't realize right away. If I'd been looking closely, I would have noticed that the enormous blue suitcase that Mark had packed the McDonald's DS in, he didn't have it.
Do you know that your bag is not didn't come?
So the bag is delayed. I mistaken.
Mark explained to me that due to a baggage snafu with the airline, his luggage had not wound up on his flight home with him. So, I'd be lying if I said that this situation was not terrifying. I mean, here we had this incredibly rare game, an item that virtually never showed up on auction sites, a game that, as far as I know, doesn't exist anywhere else in the United States, a game that seemingly nobody had the password to access except for me, and we'd have to rely on an airline who'd already misplaced it once to ever get it back. This was a truly helpless feeling. There was really nothing we could do here except just exercise some patience and wait. Well, almost nothing. The one thing I could do was start preparing. See, even if everything went perfectly and the airline found this bag and returned it to us, that was only half the battle. I didn't just want to own this McDonald's training cartridge, I wanted to document it. I wanted to finally give the world its first up-close look at what the Mick gameplay actually consisted of.
My dude said the Mick
See, if I was going to
gameplay.
do this, if I was going to put in all this time, effort, energy, and money,
The
I wanted to
Mick
do it the right way. I
gameplay.
wanted to capture the game
Oh,
because it was actually played by McDonald's employees back in 2010, running
That's
on
me
actual
laughing.
Nintendo hardware. So I started looking into solutions, and pretty quickly I realized what I wanted was a 3DS modified for video capture. But here's the thing. In 2020, getting your hands on a 3DS capture device is much easier said than done. For example, check out this MLIG video from last April.
I wish we could say we were able to show you great ideas that you can go and try for yourself right now, but the reality is that at this moment, the 3DS is in kind of a bad place.
And what they say in that video is completely true. The availability of hardware-modified 3DSs in 2020 has dried up almost entirely. And from doing a ton of research, I realized that there was really only one person left on Earth who could help me with this problem.
and that was a console modder based out of Germany named Stefan Merki.
Netzwerken bieten wir seit mehr als 2 Jahren die Installation der 3DS Capture Card an.
For years now, Stefan has run a shop called Merki.net, where he sells capture cards and hardware mods for the Nintendo 3DS. This site came up over and over in my research. By all accounts, Stefan was one of the best and most reliable hardware modders out there, able to install a full suite of capture devices and other useful hardware modifications, and he seemed like a perfect fit for this project. So, excitedly, I went to Stefan's website, and he had stopped selling them.
We chatted a bit via email with Merki, a European distributor for both Katsukitty and Loopy kits. And he tells us that he is also getting out of the game once his existing stock is depleted. He seems to believe that his business can no longer count on receiving a return on investment for additional 3DS hardware.
Stefan had just posted an open letter on his website announcing that he was, sure enough, out of the modding game, retiring after 7 long years of modding Nintendo hardware for a living. Still, I knew I had to try, so I reached out to Stefan personally. I pleaded with this man, the Hattori Hanzo of 3DS hardware modification, trying my hardest to persuade this master of his craft into coming out of retirement for one last job. I explained the situation to Stefan, that I was painfully close to getting my hands on this ultra-rare DS game, and that I needed one of his devices to share it with the world. And it took some convincing, but eventually, he agreed. But there was a caveat. Stefan said he would need me to send him some American 3DS hardware to modify. So I went out and purchased a brand new 2DS XL and mailed it off to Germany.
You're left-handed too.
Yep.
What a smart one.
That's what I hear. More on that later. In the meantime, I also continued to closely monitor this piece of lost luggage. Balancing all these things, the auction, the missing baggage, trying to persuade a retired German modder to make me a custom 3DS for capture, it was overwhelming trying to keep all these plates spinning at once, especially knowing that if even one of these things fell through, the whole project would likely fall apart. Eventually, after hours of checking the luggage delivery link over and over and over, an update came in the next day. Yeah, wait, what does it say?
Airlines baggage information delivery info.
Oh, okay.
This is from an email address called welcome to where'smysuitcase.com.
Where is your suitcase?
Recently, your baggage was delayed while flying into Raleigh-Durham International Airport. You're receiving this email because we will be handling your delivery on behalf of American Airlines.
So far, so good.
We have entered your baggage claim into our system. We are working with the airline to get your baggage as fast to you as possible. If all goes according to plan, we'll get this bag by tonight at 10 p.m.
I mean, this is the closest I've ever been to this McDonald's DS. The trajectory is correct. It's on the right path.
It's in spitting distance.
It's past so many hands, you know? Who can really trust? What if a little greedy Gus at the airport snuck his hand in there and decided he wanted a McDonald's Game Boy? Who can say?
So
all right.
There's your info.
Thank you.
We're also playing Monkey Ball downstairs if you want.
Oh, what? What the f***? Are you serious?
Buzz Lightyear mission log. Our first test flight is a go.
No, you're ugly.
The baggage had apparently arrived at our airport and was set to be delivered to our house that night. And then, on August 4th at 10 p.m., there was a knock on the door. Hi. This is for Mark?
Yes. Yep, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too. Oh my gosh. It had arrived. Here it is. Oh, this is it, right, Mark?
Yep. Very precious cargo.
Indeed. You got the goods.
This is smuggled across country borders.
Multiple states. It's changed hands more times than I can count between postmen. Oh my gosh.
Everything is all jumbled up in here. This is not how I had everything.
Well, I suspect it was packed pretty safely by our friend in Japan, right? Oh my god, is this...
There's part one. There's part two. Wait a minute.
There's no way somebody would snatch it.
Here it is. Oh
you never know with TSA, dude.
Maybe there's a lithium-ion battery in it. And they wouldn't let me check it through. That was the thought in my head just now.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Getting lithium batteries through customs can be tricky.
So I believe what you have here is the charger.
Okay.
I think this is the actual device.
Okay.
That's based on how much it weighs.
All right. So you haven't opened this part yet, right?
I haven't opened anything.
This is a huge moment. Oh my gosh. This is so thoroughly wrapped. I'm really, and I'm grateful. It needed every bit of wrapping here. Okay, hang on a second. There's something pretty interesting going on here. You ready? That is beautiful. Look at the matte black McDonald's logo. You know, MKBHD would get a kick out of this, I think. It's in such good condition, too. Shouts out to the McDonald's employee who took...
So it has a cartridge. It's not just pre-installed.
Oh, buddy. That's what she's... An unassuming cartridge with incredibly high value and precious data. And then what is going on over here? What is the second thing? So this number, from the YouTube videos I've seen of the people who can't get past the title screen, I'm pretty sure there's a 6-digit code that's needed. Wait, there's another one? There's two? What?
You got
two McDonald's DSIs here. Wow, they're both like in incredible condition too. That matte texture is so nice. The DSI is a very beautiful and underrated device. And then let's see what's the last piece of the puzzle here. Yeah, Mark, I think your suspicion was correct. I think this is just a pretty standard DSI charger here. Oh my god. Wow, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert, for filming. At long last, this ultra-rare game, and allegedly the password for it, was in our hands.
Ooh.
This incredibly rare McDonald's-branded DSI, this even rarer McDonald's Japan employee training game, and arguably the most precious part of all, the long-lost, unique 6-digit password that would let us access the game for the first time in 10 years. Finally, at long last, the game was safely in our hands, and that meant that there was only one piece of the puzzle left. And sure enough, a few days later, another package arrived, this time from Germany, containing the modded new 2DS XL. This was the final piece. This was the last ingredient necessary to share this game with the world. The only obstacle left to surmount was the language barrier. I can't read Japanese, but I know somebody who can. So I reached out to Samuel Messner again and asked him if he'd be down to join me for this first ever playthrough of the McDonald's DS training game. He agreed.
And I'm excited to see the icon for it.
Yeah, yes, good point. This is a big moment for me. I have not actually turned this game on yet. I've played 0 seconds of this. As has everyone in the United States, as far as I can tell.
Oh my god, it's fancy!
Damn, I kind of wish that was what the cartridge looked like. Because it's got kind of a Feel the Magic XYXX vibe to it. Dude, I can't... I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Wow. FMV! Oh my god. Dude. Happy McDonald's customers all over the world. So, this opening video was on YouTube, but I avoided watching it because I didn't want to take away from that moment, and I made the right call. Wowee. All right, so we got 3 menu options here. Can you help me out with these?
Yeah, so the first one is password input. The second is password, like change your password. And the third one is serial code input, which is probably what we're going to want to do here.
Oh, interesting. I feel like I'm defusing a bomb here. Dude, I don't know if you caught that. It's got the ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. It's incredible. It's so spiritual. Okay, this has to be it because it's a 6-digit code that only takes numbers. All right, let's punch this in. 4, 8, 5. Oops, I fucked up. Is this backspace in the lower right?
Yeah, it is.
4, 8, 2. Such a distractingly beautiful song. All right, here we go. What does it say at the bottom?
Complete input. Right, let's see here. Oh no! The what you have entered is incorrect. Please enter the correct information.
Well, this screwed video over.
This moment, in all honesty, scared the crap out of me. My mind flooded with terrifying possibilities. Had this DS cartridge save game been wiped somehow? Had the seller sent me the wrong copy? Or, worst of all, were these photos fake? Had we been straight up scammed here? What if it's the password? What if they set the password to be... Because it is a 6-digit password.
Try it. Yeah, why not?
I hope so, because I don't know what I'm going to do if this doesn't work. Okay.
And here it says, please enter the 6-digit password that you yourself have decided. This is where I'm unsure whether this will actually work.
Alright, 482500. I'm hoping this works. Yes! Yes! Alright. We're in.
We're in uncharted territory, man!
Dude. The password had worked. Wow, we got the buns. 2 pickles that's an iconic bit of McDonald's lore. 2 patties. I think I'm done. Oh, it's 3D! Now, our full playthrough of this game took over an hour, so I'm going to spare you from watching all of that and just show you the highlights.
Yeah.
Now, as we played through this game, we just kept making discovery after fascinating discovery.
Is that Ronald McDonald's hand?
Way too much to put in this video. And side note, if you're one of the people crazy enough to want to watch all 73 minutes of this playthrough, you can just click the join button underneath this video and you'll get access to the entire thing as one of my channel members. Anyways, it goes without saying that this was an immensely satisfying moment, playing through this game for the first time and having a translator by my side to help out. It felt like a victory. This is a great piece of history that we've uncovered here, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with the world.
Yeah, and thank you for doing your part for video game preservation, man. This will be the first video material in the world that actually goes into properly what the game is like. This has existed exclusively within the memories for like a decade.
Yeah.
Let's be honest though, no one was going to document the McDonald's video game, DS game before you.
However,
what now?
About 1 week after I recorded my playthrough with Samuel, I was catching up with a friend over FaceTime, and she asked me what I'd been up to lately. So I walked her through this whole story, the long-lost game, the Bloomberg video, the auction, the French guy Cody Tontweet who had a copy but couldn't get in because he didn't have the password, etc., and how I had just managed to get to it myself. And she says to me, so wait, that password, was it an employee ID number or what? So I go to Cody's video to show her the exact password screen the guy was stuck on, and I noticed something new. While showing her Cody's video, I spotted something in the description that I hadn't seen before. A new message that had been edited in since the last time I watched it, in French, in all capital letters, Identifantez-vous. And beneath that, logins found with a YouTube link. I clicked the link. And it took me to a live stream archive broadcast on YouTube with 131 views, 58 minutes long, where Cody enters a password. And it actually works. He gets in, plays through the entire game, just like me and Samuel did. And here's the really devastating part. Cody's playthrough had been streamed live to YouTube on August 30th, 2020. My playthrough with Samuel, that was on September 18th, barely 2 weeks later. We'd been beaten.
Wow. What a loser.
This is the actual what a blunder moment.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you here. This was a little bit heartbreaking.
What an idiot.
To have come this far and put in all this effort, I was kicking myself. If I just moved a little faster, procrastinated a little less, I could have been the actual first one to document this game. At the same time, though, I was happy for Cody and also mystified by the fact that he'd somehow gotten the password for his cartridge. I mean, we all know how I got the password for my version, but how the hell did Cody get his? Well, strap in, because Cody's journey to get his cartridge's password is even crazier than my own. Over on that Obscure Gamers forum thread from the beginning of this video, Cody tells the full story. In short, he was able, through a friend, to meet in person with the IT director of McDonald's in his country, presumably McDonald's France. Upon seeing the McDonald's DS, this IT guy freaked out, said don't move, and then brought it to the desk of none other than the CEO. Truly the Scott, president of Domino's Pizza, of this particular story. It turns out the CEO's wife is Japanese, and she herself had actually worked at McDonald's Japan corporate, meaning she knew exactly who to contact about Cody's problem. Weeks later, Cody found himself on an email chain with employees from McDonald's Europe, McDonald's UK, McDonald's Australia, and, of course, McDonald's Japan. This email chain, according to Cody, was loaded with information including scans of PDFs of the game's manual, but unfortunately, they weren't able to give him a password as the individual passwords were set by individual McDonald's store management. Now, a lot of people would have given up there, but not Cody. He kept going. And the actual explanation of what Cody did next is pretty technical and honestly way above my head, but at this point, Cody actually dove into the code itself. He took apart the game's ROM and comparing the McDonald's training cartridge's save data with other DS games and began to find similarities. Then, incredibly, Cody made a huge discovery. He stumbled across a string of code in the game that contained translations of the 2-character hex code for every single letter and number in the password screen. From there, he kept hunting and then found the entry in the code for crew members, and at that point, he had everything he needed. The username? LE1038. And the password he needed? 0000000. He was in. I could not stop smiling when I first Consequential Mystery, and to me that made me feel like he and I are kindred spirits in a way. But also, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little heartbroken that Cody had ultimately beaten me to the punch. But the irony wasn't lost on me either. This entire time, without either one of us knowing it, Cody and I had been racing in parallel neck and neck to the same finish line. And unfortunately for me, Cody had beaten me fair and square by just a couple of days. Still, I was determined to make this adventure worth it. I had come too far to just throw all this away because someone else had beaten me to putting this on YouTube. And after thinking about it for a while, I think I figured out what I can do. See, as of today, the only 2 people we know for sure have access to this game are Cody and myself. And as cool as that scarcity is, I think I want this game to be something that everybody can enjoy. And Cody's made it abundantly clear that he plans to never ever dump his copy. After spending months on this project and reading tons and tons of forum threads about it, one thing I feel pretty confident about is that people really want to see this game preserved, both just to check the game out for themselves and also out of principle. So, one last time, I reached out to Samuel about my idea, and Samuel put me in touch with a game preservationist named Scyther. Scyther walked me through the process of using some software called God Mode 9 on my 3DS to dump the game cartridge itself in its entirety. The game cartridge itself and, crucially, my save file, since the game requires a password. And after jumping through a few hoops, we were successful. So, I'm happy to announce that if you or anyone else watching this video wants to play this long-lost Japanese McDonald's training game for yourself, I've created a page on archive.org where I've uploaded the ROM and my save file and some basic instructions, and you can download it and start playing with it today. Have fun.
Finally, how long was this? 40 minutes? I was right. No, it was 50 minutes. I was close. Oh god. Let's see what else. And then I'll probably end the stream here because, you know, I don't know why I said, you know, you guys don't know. What? I'm probably just gonna end it here, actually. Nothing else is interesting to watch. So,
oh no.
Yeah. So,
we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die in 3, 2, 1.